Claudia, I've heard you use the word incremental change. Tell me what incremental change is and why it doesn't work.
So let me tell you about incremental change and why it doesn't work. I should start with this. Sometimes incremental change is very important. It's the only thing that can be done right now. Okay? It's a change. There's a situation like a crisis occurs, and you have to make an immediate decision to make a change very quickly. But incremental change will never change the entire system. It will never bring you to a root problem. It will never help you transform your life in a way that is really workable. In order to do that, you have to be willing to unpack all the patterns and sources of a problem and look at it from its deepest and most root issue. That's the only way to guarantee for yourself that you can have a continuing process of change that brings you happiness, the life that you want in the world, and solves ongoing problems.
Okay, let's just keep rolling. So, what is the definition of incremental change?
So incremental just basically means, so the definition of incremental change is change that is in small pieces. Think of it as units of change instead of changing something that's deeper. So let me give you, this happens in business all of the time. The problem may be, let's say, that the entire merchandising industry is changing. Let's take that for an example. All the malls are empty. The malls are empty. People are no longer shopping at the little mall stores, and there are a lot of reasons for that have to do with the economy and how people shop, etc. So the incremental change is your local store decides to paint its window pink instead of blue. It decides to hire a new marketing director. It may decide to hang the clothes on the left side of the store instead of the right side of the store, hoping that people will start shopping there. Those are all examples of incremental change. When the question should actually be, does the entire business model have to change? Do we need to take this business and move it online? Do we have to look at the way women are shopping now, how they're purchasing and what they're purchasing? That would be a transformation in the whole business model. So I think that's a relatively easy one to understand. And we find those all the time. We find them at work, we find them in business, and we find them with our families. So another incremental change in a family, the classic one is the marriage isn't working. It's not working for all kinds of reasons that have to do with a deep dissonance in the relationship. And so what does the couple decide to do? Move to a new house. Get a puppy. Adopt a baby from China. None of those will solve the problem of the dissonance of the actual relationship. What it does is create an incremental change that, by the way, when it comes to a family, probably adds exponentially more problems to the root problem, which is the relationship. So that's another example, like a daily example of incremental change. It's one of those examples you see in everybody else's life, but you're not your own. But families make incremental changes all the time so that they don't have to look at what the root issue is.